Hello, Highland Park. Tonight we're going to read about frogs. This is National Geographic Kids Frogs, written by Elizabeth Carney and published by Scholastic. So it's pretty fun. Let's see, I think this is one of those fun books with a table of contents. There's the things that are going to be in this book. Splash, croak, frog food, frog babies, and a picture glossary at the end. So it's pretty awesome. Let's see what it has to say. Splash. This is a Pacific chorus frog. See it? Splish splash. What is that sound? What is hopping and jumping around? What loves to swim? What loves to eat bugs? It's a frog. Can you hop like a frog? Oh, there's a quote. There's something on the very first page. What happened to the frog's car when it broke down? It got towed. Do you get it, towed? It's kind of funny. It's a joke. Frogs live all over the world, except in Antarctica. Frogs usually live in wet places. They like rivers, lakes, and ponds. There's a few of them. That one is a marsh frog, and this one down here is an Andean marsupial frog. But some frogs live in trees. Some even live in the desert. Frogs can be found all over the world. Wherever they live, that's their habitat. Here's the red-eyed tree frog and a bullfrog. And this cool little text box over here, ribbit, tells us a word about frogs. Habitat is the natural place where a plant or animal lives. Well, it tells us what that word means. Croak. Look at this frog croaking. Some frogs' throats puff up when they make sounds. This is really cool to watch if you ever see a frog. Each type of frog makes its own sound. This one is a lake frog. See how that thing bubbles out when it croaks? The coqui frog is named after the sound that it makes. It sounds like coqui, coqui. This frog is the size of a quarter. Even small frogs can make loud noises. So there's that frog. It's as little as a quarter. Think about that. It's itty bitty. Makes a big noise. Frogs make different sounds for different reasons. Sometimes it's to warn other frogs of danger. Sometimes it's to call frogs nearby. This is a dancing frog. Looks like he's got these two bubbles there. That's funny. This frog lives around noisy waterfalls. Other frogs would not be able to hear its calls, so it dances instead. It sticks out one leg and then the other. Can you dance like this frog? Frog food. What is a frog's favorite food? Usually it's insects. Frogs eat dragonflies and crickets and other bugs. Here's another joke. Why are frogs so happy? They eat what bugs them. Those things bug me too. I'm glad they eat it. Here's that picture. I'm eating a bug. Some frogs eat bigger animals like worms and mice. The American bullfrog even eats other frogs. Ew, that's gross. So here is the Amazon horned frog, and here is the American bullfrog eating another frog. What's that pink flash? Here's a frog. You can only see the beginning of the pink flash. And how the frog catches bug. It shoots out its long sticky tongue at a passing bug. Then the frog pulls the bug into its mouth. If your tongue were as long as a frog's, it would reach your belly button. I'd have to have a bigger mouth if my tongue went all the way to my belly button. Look at that. This one is called a green tree frog. And it's showing you how far it stretches. 4 inches it shows. Every size and color. Frogs can be many different sizes. There's a huge one. That one's called the Goliath frog. The smallest frog is as big as a fingernail, and the largest is as big as a rabbit. That is a huge frog, the Goliath. And look at this little tiny one on the finger. That one's called a micro frog. Oh, this is cool. Frogs can be different colors too. Some are green or brown. That one is called a tiger striped leaf frog. This one is called an Amazonian poison dart frog. Others have stripes or spots. It's cool, isn't it? There's a red one. Frogs can be red, yellow, or orange. It's called the red poison dart frog. So this one's the red poison, and this one is the Amazonian poison dart frog. Look at the blue. I always think the blue are pretty. Blue poison dart frog. They can even be bright blue. So all 3 of these are poison dart frogs, but they look very different, don't they? Watch out. These colorful frogs may look pretty, but watch out. These frogs have poison in their skin. Their bright color warns enemies not to eat them. And these are the poison dart frogs again, and these 3 look different too. A poison dart frog. It's got big yellow on top of him. And this one is a poison dart frog. This one up here. And this one is too. Look at that one. It's kind of spotted like a cheetah. That one's called a yellow banded dart frog. This little frog is only an inch long. Its name is Terribilis, which means the terrible one. How did it get this name? By being the most deadly frog of all. One Terribilis has enough poison to kill 20,000 mice. It's pretty amazing for a 1-inch long frog. Here's a question. What do stylish frogs wear? Jumpsuits. That's cute too. I like the jokes in this one. Frog babies. All frogs, even Terribilis, have mothers. Mother frogs lay eggs, and when the eggs are ready to pop out, the tadpoles. So these are what the eggs look like. You can see the eyes in the beginning of it there. Tadpoles are baby frogs, but they don't look like frogs yet. Tadpoles have tails, and they live only in the water. This one is a Pacific tree frog tadpole. Pacific tree frog, but tadpole, has a long tail. And its back legs have grown pretty good, but its front legs are just beginning. Tadpoles grow up to be frogs. At first, they breathe underwater with gills, and then they grow lungs for breathing air. And then number 3, they grow legs for hopping and swimming. See, he still has a tail there. And then, in 3 months, they lose their tail. It's time to hop out of the water. This one says gills tadpoles. This one is a red-eyed tree frog tadpoles. This one is a monkey frog tadpole. That's a fun name, a monkey frog tadpole. And this one is a bullfrog. Toads are frogs too. What's the difference between toads and frogs? Toads are a type of frog. Frogs spend most of their lives around water. Toads spend more time on dry land. Their bodies are built for where they live. A frog. Some frogs are poisonous, moist and smooth, teeth in their upper jaw. Did you know that? They have teeth. I didn't know that. Long, powerful jumping legs. Most frogs have webbed hind feet. Means they have a little skin between their fingers. Eggs laid in clusters or in groups. So that's frogs. Now over here about toads, it says, let's see if I can read this and show you. I don't know. Eyes do not bulge out from the body. A poison gland is located behind each eye. See the eyes? They're dry and bumpy instead of wet and smooth. They have no teeth. Eggs are laid in long chains, but a few toads give birth to live young, and they have shorter legs for walking. Super frogs. 2 heads are better than 1. Ooh, this is funky. This is really wild. 2 heads are better than 1. You see? Down here he's got some markings on his skin that make it look like there are eyes in the back too. A fake face fools enemies when the frog turns around. The high flyer. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a gliding leaf frog. Any frog can jump, but watch me glide. Now we have the screamer. Loudmouth frog leaves enemies stunned. Saying, "Aye!" The invisible. Now you see him, now you don't. He's a master of disguise. And then we have the glossary in the back of the book. And this one is a really cool. I love how National Geographic does these picture glossaries to tell us about words. That's the word croak. That's how they're. Says the deep hoarse noise that a frog makes. That's the croak. Gills are the body parts on the sides of a fish or a tadpole through which it breathes. So they're on the side and they can breathe out of that. Habitat is the natural place where a plant or animal lives. And this one is poison, something that can kill or hurt living things. There you go. We are all finished with frogs tonight. Isn't that an awesome book? I bet if you were to look up on a website somewhere, you could find even more information about a frog. Lots of frogs, all different kinds of them. Well, have a great day, and I'll see you again another day.